Hey, what's up guys? It is Rob and welcome to another Top 10 video. I've already done my top 10 favorite Stallone films and my top 10 favorite Schwarzenegger films. And I'm moving down the list now. Thought I'd pick an actor that I really liked, a lot of his older movies and even some of his newer ones. And an actor that I feel is just amazing in any role he's in. And that is Kevin Bacon. So, today I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite Kevin Bacon films. And I have a few honorable mentions. Some I actually don't even have out here because they're buried under mountains and mountains of movies that I have on my floor. But X-Men First Class is one of them. You also have, Kevin Bacon in Friday the 13th. He has one of the most iconic death scenes ever in horror history. Let's just say that. But there are a lot of great Kevin Bacon films out there that didn't make my list. But the ones that I have here, I just love so much. And in most of them, he plays a pivotal role. And there are some where I wouldn't say he's like a side character, but he is in the movie and he does do a good job with his performance. So I consider those to be, a Kevin Bacon film. So let's get started here. I'm going to show the one honorable mention that I did get out of my collection, and that is Telling Lies in America. I haven't seen this movie since, I think the last time I saw it was in 2010 or 2011, something like that. I'm actually looking for this movie on DVD because I saw it at the Salvation Army a while back and I passed it up. I went back like a week later and it was gone. I mean, it was like $1, $1.50, something like that. So I have it here on VHS and that's okay. So that's my honorable mention there. Now we're going to get into my top 10. This is just my personal list, and hope you guys enjoy. Coming in at number 10 for me with Kevin Bacon is Cop Car. This is kind of a crazy film in a way. You have Kevin Bacon, who is a small town sheriff, gets his car stolen by these kids, and he's basically trying to chase them down. And he's got this attitude. I've seen Kevin Bacon play some really good roles and being a villain as well. I mean, he's a great villain in Hollow Man. He's a great villain in The River Wild. In this movie, it's kind of like back and forth a little bit. You kind of see the character kind of go downhill. But it is a good movie. I bought this at Goodwill for like $2, and I had never seen it. And I'm so glad that I bought it. So if you haven't seen Cop Car, I definitely recommend that one. That comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, you could say that this is a Tom Hanks film as well. But you got Kevin Bacon, Bill Paxton, Gary Sinise, and Ed Harris in Apollo 13. It hurts when I urinate. Oh, does it, Bill? Rest in peace, Bill. You'll be missed, man. You're awesome. But yeah, Kevin Bacon in this movie, he knows how to add, because that's what he says. But yeah, the astronauts get stuck in space. Houston, we have a problem, and they have to find a way to get back. It's really, really good and intense in some ways. And this could be also considered, one of my favorite Tom Hanks films, of course. But Kevin Bacon does have a pivotal role in the movie. So that comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is A Few Good Men. Now, this movie could also be considered a Tom Cruise film, but Kevin Bacon plays a lawyer opposite of Tom Cruise, who also plays a lawyer. And, he plays a pivotal role in this. And I think the courtroom stuff is just fantastic. Like the writing, the dialogue. You can't handle the truth. Did you order the Code Red? Did you order the Code Red? Yeah, damn right I did. Everyone did an excellent job in this movie. But yeah, Kevin Bacon, he did a good job as well. So that's number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a movie that I don't really have to talk about because pretty much everyone and their brother and their mother knows this movie. Flatliners. Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon, Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, what more can I say about this one? What is it like after death? Really, really awesome film. So it comes in at 7. Number 6. This is a movie that I grew up with, and this is the movie that pretty much kind of launched Kevin Bacon's career. And it is Footloose. I still like this movie. It has an amazing soundtrack, with Kenny Loggins. It's got Laurie Singer. John Lithgow is amazing in this too. I always loved Kevin Bacon's hair. I always wanted Kevin Bacon's hair in this movie. But yeah, basically about a kid who comes to this small town where dancing is illegal, and he tries to fight the school board on opening this place to have a dance, or like a senior prom, and they're all against it. So yeah, it's kind of a weird premise if you think about it. Why the hell would they cancel dancing? Like, if you start dancing, then what? You get arrested? Like, what if I'm just outside going like this, and a cop comes by and says, "You're under arrest"? I'd be like, "For what?" And he's like, "Oh, you were dancing." It's just, I always thought it was weird. But anyway, Footloose, that's number 6. Now we're into my top 5 here. Number 5 is Hollow Man. Interesting take on The Invisible Man. Elizabeth Shue, Josh Brolin. Again, you see Kevin Bacon's character go downhill. You see him change. And he starts to go mad pretty much. But he's invisible. He starts to do things to mess with people. And then it's almost like he goes crazy. Really, really good movie. I remember when I first saw this. This was actually when DVDs were starting to come out. I remember. So, number 4 is a creepy film. One of the creepiest movies I've ever seen with Kevin Bacon. Stir of Echoes. Basically, his character gets hypnotized, opens a doorway to where he sees ghosts and he hears things, and this ghost in his house starts to appear to him, this young girl. And one of the creepiest scenes is the couch scene where she's like, "You can hear me, can't you?" And the ghost is trying to tell him to do stuff like dig, and he's digging up the yard and the basement and stuff like that. And the ghost is trying to communicate with him. It's very, very creepy. Really. I mean, this is creepier than The Sixth Sense, hands down. So, Stir of Echoes, awesome. Number 3, one of my favorite films with Kevin Bacon and Meryl Streep, and that is The River Wild. In this movie, Kevin Bacon is a villain, and he plays a very good villain. You have John C. Reilly in this movie, who is actually serious. When you think of John C. Reilly, he's always in funny movies or comedies or something like that. But yeah, he's serious. He plays a bad guy pretty much in this movie. And another movie he was in was Days of Thunder. He was very young in that. But yeah, you got Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly basically take Meryl Streep's family hostage, kind of going down the river because they've just robbed a place and they're trying to get away, and they go down the river where they have a car waiting, and Meryl Streep's family just happens to be there at the same time they're trying to escape, so they kind of run into each other, and then yeah, that's basically the story there. But yeah, very, very intense film. Number 2 is no question Tremors. The very first Tremors movie left a mark. It really did. I think the most impressive thing about Tremors is the effects. A sandworm that's under the ground. It hunts you by sound. It comes up, it has these tentacles that can grab you and latch onto you and pull you in, and then it just digests you. But I mean, the effects were the Tremors sequels. It's just a shame, I know they didn't have really a big budget, but it just looks ridiculous. If you compare the first Tremors movie to these sequels, it's just the creatures look stupid. But the first movie, the creatures are fantastic. They use puppets and animatronics. So good, man. And I love the characters. You know, Kevin Bacon plays Valentine, and then you got his friend Earl, played by Fred Ward. And they're trying to survive out there in the desert with these sandworms. And it's such a good story and just a lot of fun. So Tremors is... I saw Tremors at a very young age. So yeah, it was awesome, and it still holds up today, I think. So that brings me to number 1, and this was no question. I freaking love this movie. It was directed by James Wan, has John Goodman in it, Kelly Preston. I just want to say something really quick. Kelly Preston, I can't believe we lost her. You know, rest in peace, Kelly Preston. But she was an amazing actress. The very first movie I saw Kelly Preston in was Space Camp with Leah Thompson, and you know, I loved her ever since. And I actually had a crush on her, but you know, she was married to John Travolta, and John Travolta was also one of my favorite actors. But it's just sad, you know. She died kind of young. I mean, she was, I think, what, only in her 50s, but it just sucks. Like, I just cannot believe she's gone. Anyway, this movie has, you know, a lot of good actors and actresses in it. And also, like I said, you know, Kevin Bacon, and it is Death Sentence. This is one of the best revenge films I've ever seen. And again, you see Kevin Bacon's character kind of descend into madness, because you go from a businessman, he's like a businessman that doesn't really know how to shoot guns or anything, to a thug. A guy who turns into, you know, a gun-wielding badass. That's basically what it is. You know, these guys up here, you know, they kill Kevin Bacon's kid at a gas station, and Kevin Bacon basically makes it his duty to go out and get revenge on these guys without going through the proper channels of the police, and the police don't really do anything, so he figures he's going to try to get these guys himself. He ends up killing the main guy's brother, and so they start hunting, you know, him and his family, and Kevin Bacon just has enough. He goes to John Goodman, who sells him some guns, learns how to shoot some guns, and takes the guns and basically goes after him. It is so awesome. One of my favorite scenes is when Kevin Bacon's running from him, and he's running in this car garage, and he's running up each floor, and there's like it's like one take. It starts from this level, the camera goes up to the next level, then it moves down to this level. It doesn't cut at all. It shows Kevin Bacon he keeps running. And I remember in the special features he talks about how much he had to run. Very, very good scene. Very well directed. I love the music. I think Charlie Clouser did the music. Yep. He did the Saw music. Of course, this is from the director of Saw. It has a very, you know... it's interesting because it's like the same sound and the same music, but switched up. And then of course you get to see the jigsaw puppet face in one of the scenes. But it's violent, it's gritty, very, very satisfying. So that is my number 1 pick for my top 10 Kevin Bacon films. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just my personal list. If you want to make a video response on your top 10 favorite Kevin Bacon films, please do so. Or if you want to list them in the comments, I'd love to read them. And yeah, I can't wait to hear what you list for your top 10. I'm going to be back with another top 10 video of another actor. And I'm going to try to do this, you know, more often, like maybe try to do it once a week at least, where I take an actor and show you guys my top 10 favorite movies from that actor or even actress. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Stay tuned for more, subscribe for more content, and yeah, this is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.